Hello stars, welcome back to another video, and this is not a Star Stable video, this is in fact a Sims video, which is not normal, but I've been playing a lot of Sims recently, and this is one of the things I've built. I built stables. It was kind of inspired off of various stables I've been to in my life, mainly on the one I went to in France, but I'm just giving you a little view of the outside quickly. I don't know how to do narration, so I'm just going to show you the blueprint. It looks quite nice from above. If you're a Sims player, then I built this in Windenburg. I think Star Stable and Sims have fairly similar graphic styles sometimes. Actually, Star Stable's a bit more like Fortnite, and yeah, so in this build I did use custom content because I like custom content. It expands the game so I don't have to pay for all the bloody expensive expansion packs. I used custom content. If you give me a comment asking, hey, where's this item from, I can probably tell you, because I cleaned my mods folder out recently. But anyway, on with the stable tour, because you don't care about my mods folder. So there's the stables, I'll show you that in a bit, but I think for now we should go into the main office. I quite like the main office. It's on the side of the barn, or the riding arena. So this is kind of a POV tour. Once you go in, you're greeted with the reception desk. It's got some nice little pictures over here. I'd imagine someone's sitting there, welcoming guests. There's a little waiting area, halters, just some general clutter, coat rack. And here's the general, hangout space for riders, waiting, or, I don't know, just a hangout space. It's quite, what's the word? It's not very uniform. It's kind of rustic, and there's a kitchen, because I thought it would have a kitchen, right? Because people might be here overnight or be here for a long time. So there's just some general appliances like microwaves and coffee machines, because people like coffee. I don't know. Rosettes, ribbons, and if you saw the horses, then yes, they do look a bit creepy, but it's okay. Onto the toilets. You don't need to see the toilets. I don't know why I spent all this time going in, but I did furnish them each individually. Because, toilets are important. You need to urinate and defecate somewhere, right? No, you're not a horse. You can't just do it anywhere. Speaking of horses, this is a paddocks. There are just some horses. This one's sniffing a backpack. There's not that much space for a lot on The Sims 4. So, the paddocks are quite small. I would have liked to make them bigger. But they've each got their little huts where they have a water bucket and they can just chill by the trees. So, now we're on to one of my favourite areas. We have the hay barn. And I placed each one of these hay bales individually. Yes, it did take a while. These hay bales are custom content. And which basically means they're modded. But yeah, I love the hay barn. I just imagine sitting there, just chilling. Here's the outdoor dressage. Here's the outdoor dressage arena. It's got kind of graveled floor, kind of that kind of flooring, but there's not really much to see. It's just kind of inspired from stables I've seen in real life. And this bit is also inspired from stables I've seen in real life. See the similarities? There's some crates for little kids to stand on, and there's kind of a viewing area. Ignore the ceiling. It's really annoying. I can't get the ceiling right. It's terrible. But there's a little viewing area, so people from the outside can see the riders on the barn from the inside, inspired from stables I've seen. And the inside of this barn does look a bit iffy. There are some horses riding around in it. I don't really love it. I would have made the ceilings higher, but I couldn't really without affecting the rest of the buildings around it, which ceilings I didn't want to be higher. But, the barn's not my favourite. However, this wash stall I do quite like. There's little fences to tie your horse up to, and you can give it a little hose down with the hose just over there. I like this place. And now onto my second favourite place, the muck heap. I did place each of those poops individually, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. And here are the stables. So, I like these stables a lot. There's grates, so the horses can kind of hear and see each other through their own individual stalls, and they've got food and water in the stalls. And inspired by Free Rein, there's kind of a paddock area outside to, I don't know, tie your horse up while you're going to change the feed or something. And each of these horses are kind of just doing their own thing, lying down, standing up, poking their heads out. And now on to probably my first favourite area, the tack and gear room. So we got some saddles here, only saddle Sims 4 mod I could find. And there is a few hats and boots. Imagine those hats are riding helmets. I couldn't find any. Some posters, and I did make that Star Stable collection of posters. It's got some Star Stable graphics on it. If you want to download that, I could probably make a Dropbox for it. And yeah, I really like this room. It's just a kind of mismatch of things. So here we are back out in the general area again, and here's some kind of picnic tables with a pole to tie your horse up to, some hay. Oh my god, this camera is really hard to use. Yeah, so this is the build in general. I think it's in a really nice location. You could just take your horse out for a hack around the beautiful countryside. And I like how I added 2 paddocks. I think I made good use of the space. And now the only thing we're missing in The Sims 4 is horses. I really want horses. They released a cottage pack and they didn't include horses. Oh, I'll just imagine this place is in Star Stable. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to have a barn that's a bit of a unique layout like this in Star Stable. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for making it to the end. I really enjoyed touring this for you guys, as this is a project I'm very fond of and I very much like this building. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and we'll see you soon!